Las Vegas, San Bernardino.
Hello and welcome back to the Pet Toon Channel. By Christ, we've got a good show for you today. We cover a whole heap of topics, and to do that, we're going to start with Ask Johnny. Here it comes. Johnny, it's great to be here on the Pet Toon Channel, presenting another episode of Ask Johnny. It's great to have you here too, Johnny, as usual. Fanny's got your donuts there for you, and your cup of coffee, just as you like it. Yeah, we've got a letter here, and this is from Robina in Cuba, and we're bloody big in Cuba. The Pet Toon Channel, it's dominating over there. Robina says, Johnny, I'm seeking your guidance. My man has lost interest in me romantically. Since he has got his smartphone, he lays here in bed till 3 a.m. watching baseball.
On your sex life, it's killing it. And I'm not talking about sex, I'm talking about binge watching. I truly...
Is this common? Help me, Johnny. You're my only hope.
Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only hope.
P.S. He's not at all interested in the Pet Toon Channel. Yeah, I can imagine. Oh, these mobile phones, I tell you. People just can't seem to do without them. Fortunately, my libido is so sound, and has been for about 50 years, that the phone has made no difference to me at all. So your mobile phone doesn't affect your performance? Yeah, when I get into bed, I can't keep my hands off her. What? You can't keep your hands off her? Pet Toon management? No, me mobile phone. Can't keep my hands off me bloody mobile phone. It's been a godsend, I tell you. Yeah, I can imagine. Now, as I said, it hasn't affected my libido and my energy levels, so to speak, at all. But I must admit, I have found a way to overcome these problems. I have had a head brace made that's strapped around me forehead and will hold me mobile phone in place, so I can watch my favourite show while me and Pet Toon management are going at it. And you know what really gets me going? When we're getting it on, are those Bigfoot videos. Bigfoot videos and those flying saucer ones. And you know what she likes? She likes the cooking ones and the reality TV ones. They really get her going. Oh, she goes off watching Big Brother. So this mobile phone business destroying your sex life, it's completely overblown. It depends on the way you look at it. Me and Pet Toon management, we worked around it. So we have the best of both worlds, and I think if you've got a solid relationship and strong communication, that's the way it's going to turn out. My advice is just roll with it, baby. I bet you put a lot of couples at ease with that sound advice. Now, we've got another letter here, and this is from Bambi in Canada. And of course, we're big in Canada. Everybody knows that. She says, Johnny, seeing your wonderful expose on old TV shows, memories flooded back. Particularly back to the Beverly Hillbillies.
Hills, that is. Swimming pools, movie stars. The Beverly Hillbillies.
Do you remember this wonderful show? And why do you think it was so popular? Oh, my love, Bambi. And Bambi sent a little gift that we can't actually show on air. Thanks, Bambi. What do you make of that, Johnny? No, the Beverly Hillbillies. Yeah, what a show. I think it's still being replayed all around the world at the moment as we speak. It was a ripper. Good old Jed. Granny. And Jethro. He was my favourite, Jethro was. He was just a big dumb ox of a hillbilly guy, and the adventures they got up to in the big city in a big bloody swank mansion were just too good to believe. Why do I think it's popular, she asked? Well, it's obvious. We all like seeing backward people struggle along in, modern society. There was Mr. Drysdale, the banker, who seemed to bend over backwards and forwards, probably, for old Jed and every stupid thing they asked for. So he had to run around and do all sorts of shit, while Jethro kept coming up with stupid schemes, like raising ducks in the cement pond. The cement pond. Now, they didn't seem to bloody change at all, you know. Over about 5 seasons, Jed was still wearing the same looking coat and the same hat. They were still driving the old truck. Jethro was still a big idiot. And Granny, well, she just got round making victuals. And she'd make possum soup and grits. And Ellie Mae, Jed's pretty daughter, well, she just flounced around making stupid country bumpkin remarks. Now, you couldn't make a show like that today. I just can't believe anyone would be accepting that sort of program, which is a little bit sad because of all this political correctness. They'd be saying, you can't be saying that about those stupid hillbillies. They're just as important as everybody else, which they are. But I think you're allowed to make fun of these people sometimes, especially if you don't tell them. But you know, there's still people living up there in the mountains, Appalachian Mountains and such, that are pretty remote and live a pretty unusual life, so to speak. Yep, the good old days of making shows like the Beverly Hillbillies, they're gone. That's because shows today, well, they just offend everybody.
Yes, San Bernardino.
Now, as you may have seen in our last broadcast, that went viral, by the way, I had a bit of a go at the millionaires, billionaires these days you call them, with their struggles during the COVID crisis, and some of them having to buy luxury yachts because they couldn't go on their usual holiday. Now, it was controversial, I know, and that led to getting a letter from Jan, and this is what she says. Jan says, she's from inner Sydney, by the way. We're big in inner Sydney. They love us. Jan says, Mr. Phillips, how dare you make light of billionaires and their struggle during the pandemic? My husband Ralph, though 35 years older than me, has not yet reached his dream of entering Australia's most wealthy list. The stresses of this has affected our relationship and his adult children, in brackets, though they are estranged at the moment, in a very sorrowful way. How would you feel not being able to get to your apartment in France for 14 months? We ended up staying on our island in northern Queensland instead. Please, think before you write such drivel. And I'm thinking of suing you for defamation. Signed, Jan Van Inkelson, Sydney. Well, Jan, being a major influencer, as I am, here at the Pet Toon Channel, sometimes I've got to go out on a limb. Sometimes I've got to say it as it is, and not worry about the consequences. That little expose last week, I knew it had hit a nerve with a couple of billionaires. I think you billionaires have done pretty bloody well during this pandemic. And just let me say, if you want to go to war in courts, the Pet Toon Channel's resources are huge. And I can get a team of lawyers assembled in 24 hours that will thrash the living daylights out of your team. Give me you're tired, you're hungry, you're poor, you're homeless. The Pet Toon Channel will stand by you. Because they're the backbone of this bloody audience.
Yes, San Bernardino.
Now, for artwork today, because this is the Pet Toon channel after all. There's supposed to be something to do with art on it. I'm just going to do a little sketch of the particular headband I mentioned earlier that I use when getting it on with Pet Toon channel management. I hope it gives you some inspiration, and you'll be able to see how a loving couple can work out their differences just by using a little imagination. Here it comes. Oh, yeah. See? That's how you can do it. Get around all these problems. That's everything. The Pet Toon channel today. God, we've covered some subjects. We've been up and down, we've had highs and lows, laughed and cried. But that's all for today. And as soon as I can get another show out for you, I'll do that. But until then, I'll see you.